Hey everyone, in this episode of Adventures with Dan and Tracy, we have great news. Even you can consider it a holiday gift to all content creators. It is now legal to film in national parks, with some stipulations. Alright, as I said, it is now legal to film in national parks and federally owned land with some regulations that you need to be aware of. And you can even publish those videos. However, make certain that you understand the restrictions so that you don't get in trouble with federal authorities. If you are confused, consult with an attorney. I am not a lawyer and cannot offer legal advice. I considered being a lawyer once, but I love the outdoors so much, being cooped up in a courtroom all day. Nah. So, on January 4th, 2025, the President of the United States signed the Explore Act. The full name of the Explore Act is Expanding Public Lands Outdoor Recreation Experiences Act. This legislation passed both the House and the Senate with broad bipartisan support. Prior to this bill becoming law, a social media influencer could face stiff penalties of thousands of dollars if they filmed or took still photography in federally owned land and published it on a monetized platform without first getting a permit. So just imagine filming your family camping trip in a national park, family hike in Yosemite, a family whitewater rafting experience in Glacier National Park, putting it online, and then suddenly facing a fee of $1,000. Although with some limitations, it is now legal to publish those films on social media. Drone footage is still illegal unless you have a valid pilot's license and the necessary permits from the relevant federal agency. The Explore Act does many things, and I'll highlight some of the important items in just a moment. However, I encourage you to read the entire bill, which I will go ahead and link in the description below. I'll also include the link in the comments section. Please also take a moment to hit the subscribe button. Subscribing is free, and we offer many diverse travel vlogs to help you plan your travels. We love to help our followers explore the world. For content creators, the most important aspect is that no permits are required if the filming that you're doing involves 6 or less people. Also, the filming must be non-invasive, include only small handheld equipment like a GoPro or a cell phone, and so documenting an activity or experience that is already allowed in that federally owned land. The content creator is allowed to film even if they publish the content on a monetized platform such as YouTube. These changes truly modernize the act of filming on federal lands. Now, one thing that I noticed on the bill is that there is a de minimis authorization that may be required, but the authorization does not require a permit or a fee. The authorization can be applied for through the service's website or in person at the field office. At this time, when I looked around at different websites, I did not see any such de minimis authorization applications. However, since the bill just passed, it might be, still pretty new, and therefore the park services haven't adapted to the bill as of yet. One thing to note is that the activity should have a negligible effect upon the park's natural and cultural resources. According to the bill, approval of the de minimis authorization is immediate, whether done through the website or in person. Other limitations include not intruding on the experience of other visitors, not impacting natural, cultural, or environmental resources. The activity is conducted only in areas that the public is authorized to have access to, and that only small form equipment is used, again, such as a handheld GoPro, handheld camera, a smartphone, etc. They don't want people coming in with staging equipment and exterior lights because that would get in the way of other people trying to experience the parks. Please note, however, that the Explore Act does not contradict or conflict with the Wilderness Act of 1964. So whenever the Wilderness Act and the Explore Act seem to say two different things, the Wilderness Act always wins. prior to the Explore Act, if a social media influencer wanted to film in a national park, they had to apply for a permit. The application fee was non-refundable, and there was no guarantee that the permit would in fact be authorized. Every national park did things differently, and it was like each national park was its own little fiefdom. Some national parks would require you to document what you plan on doing every hour of every day that you would be at the park, and some of them even require you to pay the salary of a park ranger who would then accompany you and supervise the actual filming. They would also sometimes require proof of insurance. All this is very excessive for a small YouTuber who might make only like $5 off of a video showcasing a trail in the park. Those requirements were just too restrictive and took away from the spontaneity of, just exploring our great national parks. Sometimes you might plan on going on a trail, you see that's too crowded, and you decide to explore a different trail. You can't always plan these things in advance. Alright, the Explore Act does other things though, other than removing the barriers for social media influencers. For example, the Explore Act encourages the development of maps for long-distance biking trails. It protects rock climbing activities by maintaining recreational climbing routes. It identifies suitable target shooting ranges in each national forest and BLM district, BLM being Bureau of Land Management. It helps restore overnight campsites, some of which have fallen into disrepair, including those campsites that have electrical and water hookups. It helps support the gateway communities. These are the communities that are adjacent to parks, and sometimes they get really crowded, so they might need some extra financial support in terms of infrastructure, in terms of managing visitation, such as hotel accommodations. And this one's exciting for me, the installation of broadband and cell service support throughout much of the national park land. So that is really exciting. Sometimes you just need a little help with navigating the roads, and it can be sometimes difficult if all of a sudden your cell signal completely drops off. Also, having a valid cell signal helps you in case of an emergency. The Explore Act also modernizes federally owned campsites, cabins, resorts, and visitor centers. It also helps increase parking and bathroom facilities, because if you've ever been at one of the crowded national parks, you know that parking can be a bear. In addition, it makes accessibility improvements for those who have disabilities, so that might make some trails more approachable for those who may have mobility issues. And it helps promote recreational outdoor activities for service members and veterans. In conclusion, we are very excited about the Explore Act. It makes us feel comfortable about sharing with you some future videos that we're going to make in the national parks. We love the national parks. They are majestic, they are beautiful. Same is true with national monuments and national forests, national battlefields, Bureau of Land Management parks. All of them are outstanding experiences to help you enjoy the majesty of nature. By sharing these experiences with you, it will help you to determine if a particular trail is something that you would be interested in. And in case you are not able to travel to a particular area or park, it enables you to vicariously experience that through the eyes of our lens. And let's always remember to respect our parks. Don't vandalize. You don't need to put your name all over a rock. Don't litter. We hate seeing cigarette butts and water bottles and candy wrappers on the trails. Don't feed the wildlife. That is unhealthy for them. And if you feed wildlife, they start becoming more comfortable with people. That can cause some bad interactions between visitors and wildlife, which could necessitate basically the destruction of wildlife. So always respect our parks. And you know what? If you can't do that, just stay home. Respect our parks so that way everyone can enjoy them. Thank you for watching this episode of Adventures with Dan and Tracy. Please let us know if you have any questions or comments below. Give this video a huge thumbs up. And please subscribe to our channel. Remember, subscribing is free, helps give our channel a little bit more clout. And if you hit that notification button, you'll be notified whenever we publish a new video. Your support is greatly appreciated. And always remember, life is sweet for the bold. So adventure with us on Adventures with Dan and Tracy. Woohoo!